Greetings. How is everybody? Everybody doing good? Good deal. Man, you would think even after the full moon that we wouldn't still have sacrifice the Earth Angel attempt energy in the cards, but it's what it is. I mean, I'm just to the point where I just don't believe in any of that shit. I just don't. Your thoughts control reality, so make a wish. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. To think that there are people that get up every day and their sole purpose is to mess with the Pisces, even when they say don't mess with the Pisces. It's just what it is. And yes, I would have to agree, there's some old women out there who are false people, things of that nature. That's still in the cards. And it's what it is. It probably triggers their demons, their reptilian attachments, their demonic possessions, whatever you want to call it. And after doing the video last night, I started thinking, I think really the only backfire with a manifestation like that is the light that triggers their demons. It might cause some fear in some people, but I mean, keep your scary crooked thumbs off my 5-star reviews. And it's just what it is, because we have to take their toys away if they're using. What's up, Diet? If they're using fear as a mechanism to control what they want for another is what they want for themselves, and let's just face it, the light triggers their demons. So I think it's a pretty good trade-off. I guess I really don't care. If it's ordained by the universe, it's going to happen anyway, so there's not much we can do about that. Hearing that energy consistently on how, as we're going through these times of divine judgment, and you have an ascending fire and water sign. I'm still looking for the others. Go ahead and give the video a like, share until we can find these other infinite, immortal, spiritual earth angels having a human experience. It's just what it is, at least with the birth chart match. When you Google, it's a simple Google search. You were to think they would. I think we did talk about some of them not being able to read, though. If you Google Earth Angel glowing aura, it'll tell you all about the wings and the halo of the Earth Angel. And it's just what it is. Anyway, stare contest. Oh yeah, shout out on the Chihuahua running in and jumping up like you're the owner. That's what it is. I mean, with all of the animal sacrifice energy that was in the card, especially on a Sunday, with all of the animal, human, and child sacrifice energy that's been in the cards for so long. It's good to see that people are still giving a shit about Chihuahuas. It's just what it is. I think it's a beautiful thing. I do. I think it's a beautiful thing. Anyway. Yeah, and I would have to agree. I was listening to a reader last night talking about how unless you know how to transmute the energy, the burning of sage is generally a pretty bad idea for people. And it kind of makes me wonder why they're getting their karma. I had to learn that the hard way. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Palo Santo removes the negative energy. Sage neutralizes energy. It removes the positive and the negative. So unless you're emitting a positive frequency or you have positive, you gotta bless it. I mean, smudging comes with blessings. But if you're not doing the blessing, then you're kind of wasting your time. You're neutralizing the energy completely. And that's what it is. I mean, I'm constantly pumping out Reiki out of my hands, constantly channeling. So it's just what it is. It's what my intentions generally, are always for the highest good of all, because I mean, that's the whole frequency of the temperance situation. But when I have to agree with these ladies. I hear it first thing on Sunday morning. Their entire lives revolve around waking up and trying to fuck up something for someone else, when we're still trying to figure out what's going to happen to the last group that did all of that. And it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. It's just what it is. Let's do some stranger things, shall we? Yeah. When you hear all that persecution energy of Christ consciousness as we go into the new world during times of revelation, it's just Daisy. She doesn't like that. She doesn't. She likes to get into shit, but she doesn't like it when you stare her down. It's called the INFJ stare for a reason. And when I think about that video last night, let's go back to that. When I think about that, about these individuals using fear to control the collective, like we're fucking toys or something. I mean, energy is energy. And if you look in the Ascension glossary about how the unseen realm feeds on a frequency that you admit that doesn't even exist, it's what it is. I mean, I guess things are all kind of adding up, but I don't study the dark arts, so I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm dark enough without having to study the fucking art that goes with it. It's just what it is. Probably should. We all have lessons to learn. We all have lessons to learn. And healing is so far fetched from these people's minds that they're not going to do that anyway. Especially not when there's natural disasters named after them happening on a consistent basis. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that, though. Daisy agrees. There's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing we can do about that. So, let's do some stranger things, shall we? It's just what it is. Never give the dog Reiki. That's what it is. Reiki is like the energy that bonds us all. The universal life force energy. It's everywhere. Learning to see energy in the air. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's a Higher Balance Institute technique, though. I mean, I don't care who you learn from. I prefer ask and receive because I really don't know what people need, and chances are a lot of them just really don't even give a fuck. I mean, they know it all. They know it all, and are receiving karma in mystical and magical ways. And I can't do anything. Yes, Daisy. It's freaking. There's nothing but a nose. If you could see this right now, it's pretty funny. Anyway. It's just what it is. Anyway. Yeah, and I would have to agree when people talk about, prayer being lower vibrational. I had to think about that for a minute. I was like, no, the power of prayer, setting your intentions and affirmations, that's pretty powerful. The lower vibrational aspect of prayer is when they're praying against someone, because see, only a demons triggered by the light, if the light triggers the demons, they can only pull you down if they're beneath you in hell. It's just what it is. She shakes up. She's shaking the haters off. She's just shaking the haters off. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. That's what it is, because I mean, you got to think about that. The more and more this information continues to pour out, it's always still going to stem around the fact that, yes, if you're raising your vibration and your frequency, illness and shit like that, those are lower third dimensional diseases. If you're jumping out of those timelines, new level, new devils, though, I mean, then you start running into the aspect of they have to use metaphysical means. Yeah, that's what it is. They have to roll the dice with God. It's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. I'm having a good time listening to all of this unfold. And it is. It's all going to stem down to one thing: a destiny swap gone horribly wrong with the Pisces. And the easiest way I can explain it is a bunch of karmics, which is basically individuals that still have karmic lessons to learn lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, while Pisces is ascending or going through the graduation process, so to speak, ascending into the new earth frequencies. It's like a bunch of karmics going up to the principal with their lunch money. I've told this before. Going up to the principal with their lunch money, and they're like, hey, you know what? I understand that we're freshmen or fifth graders. We're smarter than a fifth grader. But we're still fifth graders. And, we would expect the principal to be smarter than the fifth grader. However, we do have lunch money, and we know how much you love milk money, Mr. Principal. It's just what it is. We want to walk the stage instead of Pisces. We want to attach our karma to Pisces when Pisces is the life path 8 house of death to that shit. And it's just what it is. And the principal goes, well, yeah, you know what? I think I'll take your milk money. I'll take your milk money, and yes, you'll get the diploma instead of Pisces, because you don't need to reincarnate due to the fact that you do the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again every lifetime, expecting a different result. So yeah, we'll let you take the stage instead of Pisces. We'll let you walk, because Pisces has lived every sign in the zodiac, and these fucking karmics just aren't going to make it. And I can't do anything about that. Them, just the simple fact that God used the Earth Angel, as a test that they failed miserably, I would have to agree. And it's what I mean. When you've got another reader, and I said 8-year cycle, 8 to 10 year. I said 10, but someone else said 8, so I went with the lesser of the two. I went with the 8 because it is a life path 8, and it's just, well, I mean, we don't want them to think bigger. We don't want them to think bigger than an 8-year cycle. We want them to think big, but not bigger than an 8-year cycle. And then yesterday, with confirmation, when she said a 10-year cycle, I started thinking, there were like 2 years that were kind of stripped away by Californians that don't help people, and a fucking gin attack. So, the whole spiritual warfare aspect of it, and the scales being balanced out in mystical and magical and paranormal ways. It's just what it is. And I think that would be not too bad of a toss up, I guess, if I'm calling back energy that they used as a tool to control the masses so that they can't feed on your fear anymore. The only backfire to that, I would think, is increasing the way that the light triggers the demons. And it's just what it is. It's just what, I mean, fear doesn't exist, so that's their own dumb fault for accepting that into their subconscious mind. Anyway, I mean, and fucking anytime you're in the woods and somebody comes up with a fucking spotlight, hey, what's up, man? And then you don't say anything, silence is golden. It's just what it is. Silence is golden with spotlights. It's just what it is. Especially when you're raccoons hanging out in the fucking woods waiting to rob the divine again. It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. Thank you, Spirit. We have so much fun with this. Anyway, yeah, I mean, expect them, because, I mean, we've already said that, and now we're seeing it come into fruition. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If they were playing games with the divine light in the polarity, by the law of polarity, and we've already had other readers that I agree with say that these people would be walking around like fucking the Walking Dead, needing energy, because it's what it is. They were siphoning our energy without our consent. And now that we're aware of it, we're calling our energy back, because that's not theirs. That's not their energy. So it will be energy vampires that are, feed me, Seymour. And it's just what it is. It's kind of like Daisy. Daisy's a little soul sucker, but it's okay. Most little chihuahuas are. Thank you. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's the zombie apocalypse. That's a video game called Dying Light. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Play games with the divine like the divine's a fucking toy. In polarity, the divine is going, we're going to call that energy back out of their chakra system, because they've been living off the backs of earth angels, or siphoning energy from Pisces or whatever. So, I mean, the root chakra, the red that represents survival, they're going to have nothing but negative energy. They'll be stuck in a negative feedback loop of survival. Their fertility, negative. It's just what it is. They won't be able to create shit. They'll be absolutely on demon time. Only the devil can't create on its own. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not concerned. I don't want to do anything about that. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. It's fucking not my problem. That's a them problem. That's how we're not responsible for how others feel, or the fact that they can't produce their own light. That shit's alarming. It just is. And we've all made mistakes. No one is fucking perfect. No one is any better than anyone else. However, when a Pisces goes crying to God, oh, what do I do? We get signs, synchronicities, and omens. And generally an omen or something prophesized, it can't be fucking toyed with. It's just what it is. Didn't y'all learn last time? Didn't you learn? I mean, when Alan Watts says, think about all the trouble Christ caused for 2,000 years. What a troublemaker he was. It's just what it is. We're going for 4,000 this time because they didn't learn their lesson last. What is the focus on the situation? Ooh, the devil. The devil is upside down. Devil's been coming out in the cards quite a bit. Quite a bit. Now that we have the devil in reverse, it's just what it is. And I mean, having that energy in the cards for so long of paying bribes and trying to cover up this, that, and the other, it's just what it is. And I mean, you're talking about the devil of illusions, and I'm not concerned with any of that. I mean, we're still trying to get to the bottom of it. It's just what it is. It's a bottom factor. It's just it is what it is. If they're having to bribe and live off the backs of others and this, that, and the other, they tried to put you in the ground, Pisces, but they failed miserably. That still means that they tried to put you in the ground, Pisces. And yeah, it's just what it is. 7 of scoops. It looks like one hand just loaded up with magic, doesn't it? In the upside down position. Looks like their magic, because 7 is the magic number, would be upside down. It's like one. Yeah, and that's the left hand. The left hand path is just overwhelmed with magic backfire because they did. They wanted their cake and eat it too. They did. They wanted to have all of these treats, scoops, magic tricks, sigils, things of that nature. And then when you use that shit against an earth angel, it goes back on you tenfold. And I can't do anything about the devil being upside down and fucking 7 scoops of holy fuck returning back to them. I can't do anything about that in the form of natural disasters and, oh God, we've got to bribe everyone to, we've got to control the narrative. We've got to use fear. And that's the thing is, if they're bribing these people and using fear, is that what they're doing? Because then it's a double dip. It's like, you're going to take this bribe and you're going to do what we say. And this is hush money. Hush money. Oh yeah, look at that. Fucking 7 of strands. That's what it is. The power of 3 fucking coming out the red room. It's just what it is. It's just what, and, I mean, I would have seen. You ever seen the movie Wild Things? What a fucking fiasco that was. You remember that? So like the counselor and the teacher, and they were trying to rob the rich mom for the trust fund kids. It's a movie called Wild Things. I don't know if you've ever seen it. However, been a lot of that wild, fucked up energy in the cards, hasn't there? Anyway, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's what people should have been in church finding something safe to do. And I don't even really, come on, I mean, it's what it is. It's called recovery from religion for a reason. And with all of these demonic religious cults, basically, because I mean, you got to notice those of us that are energy workers and energy readers, we know when our energy is being siphoned because we feel fucking tired. If you go in someplace and you're around people, places, and things that drain your energy, that's because they're draining your energy. Oh, yay, happy day. And then you feel tired as fuck when you leave. Oh my God. Yeah, my notification just popped in. Oh my God. That's what it is. It doesn't always have to be that way. But if they're raising your vibration in a container, in a dome-shaped container, you have to forget everything we don't know about. It just says everything we don't know, asshole. And it's just what it is. I'm telling them everything that they don't know, like an asshole. Anyway, hey, the Knight of Strands. It's Argyle. Hey, man, there's this light, and they say it's the light of Christ's consciousness. It's yeah. I think we're going to attack that with some voodoo, and we want to affect his finances, man. Oh yeah. We want to try. We got to have pizza money, man. We got to have some pizza money, and hey, you know what? We can't fucking read the information, but let's start a smear campaign. Let's smear that shit like cheese all over the road, man. It's just what it is. Yeah, it's just what it is. Sooner or later, they'll give up because we're smarter, we're smarter, we're stronger than them, man. So much fun with this. You got to think about that. You know, you have blood ritual and blood sacrifice in the cards with readers talking about natural disasters after all we've fucking been through, and then you've got Hurricane Dexter, Tropical Storm Dexter. Okay, so they're doing blood rituals, and then I'm looking for a fucking natural disaster that would fit the mode of Dexter. What the fuck are these people up to? It's just fucking just what it is. You know they've got to be sitting around because you got to keep in mind they're using fear, and they're using to feed an addiction. They're trying to feed their addiction to not only fear, but the fear or heightened adrenaline of a child in a state of fear for entertainment purposes only. They're scaring the fuck out of children so that they can siphon a special chemical that comes out of that child in adrenaline rushes. That's what it is. It's so they can feed their pizza habit, man. Yeah, we gotta feed that pizza habit. The devil's upside down. What are we going to explore, Spirit? Uh-oh. Here there be monsters. Let's flip it in the upright. See that red flag? Here there be monsters. It's just what it is in the upside down position. So that's what it is. And I'm sorry. I mean, there can't be any more using fear as a tactic to control people. I took fear's job. That's what it is. I mean, my petition to the Most High is to call that energy back. If my light already triggers their demons and that scares the shit out of you, fear doesn't exist. You're stupid at that point. It's just what it is. Don't touch my 5-star reviews. And yes, the energy is overwhelming anyway. when I have clients, it's what it is. It affects everyone and everything in ways they don't understand. Cool. So if I tell you and you have this overwhelming feeling of fear, cool, then shield yourself from my energy that doesn't belong to you anyway. It's healing, and especially if you're fucking unhealed. If you're, oh God, and especially if I don't give you consent to harvest it and I'm calling it back. There's going to be some fear there, I'm sure, I guess. I don't know. Not my problem. It's just not my problem. The devil in the upside down position. Got the devil. I hear demons and shit are on the run. And it's what it is. I mean, every time I see my views go down, I think, oh, must have been another natural disaster or demons on the run, one or the other. It's just what, maybe it was Dexter. Maybe it was Tropical Storm Dexter after the blood sacrifice rituals was in the cards. It's just what it is. I think this shit's funny. I mean, most people aren't going to think that's funny, but I mean, when I hear blood sacrifice ritual and natural disasters are happening every time these dumbasses do that shit, and then I go right to Tropical Storm Dexter. It's just what it is. I mean, if you don't know who the fuck Dexter is, he had a blood ritual that he did. Yeah, you're a rare gem. It's the Gemini moon. It's the twin Gemini moon. It's what it is. It's just what it is. And is there a dark side to me? Abso-fucking-lutely. I like chasing monsters. It's just what it is. And why chase them when, you can attract them like a magnet and trigger the fuck out of them and then leave them in natural disasters because what they put out goes back on them. The devil upside down. You have been locked in your own solitary confinement and are being reminded that freedom is possible if you're willing to seek it. You may be holding on to guilt or anxiety about mistakes you've made, or you might feel the need to hide darker thoughts. Release the shame, learn from your past, and don't be afraid of what you might find when you delve into your shadow. And that's the thing is, when they talk about doing shadow work, and none of these people have been able to forgive themselves or anyone else for that matter, they're running on pure fucking greed, gluttony, sloth, envy, jealousy, fucking holding a grudge. Cool. So if all they are projecting out is grudge energy, you remember the chick from The Grudge? That's what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about a bunch of fucking girls with hair all down their face, looking like The Ring and shit. Can't do anything about that. It's a horrible universal clapback, I agree. 7 of Scoops. Looks like the devil's magic is back for that left-hand path magic. It's just what it is. That's what this 7 of Scoops, because that's what it is. They wanted a reward without effort. They just wanted to pile it on. They wanted to pile scoop after scoop after scoop. And I mean, being in the left hand, it would be the left-hand path or the satanic path. Do 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 do. One of the readers yesterday said, "Heaven and hell is fighting for that Earth Angel, bringing down the Most High's judgment on the planet and every dimension in between, from the sun to the moon, baby. It's just what it is. I can't. It's not my fault. You could talk to God." I mean, when you hear that the Earth Angel was a spiritual test and they failed, when that Life Path 8 Earth Angel pops into your reality, it's a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. They do. They always take the fucking karma. And I can't do anything about that. The 7 of Scoops in the upside down position. Sometimes careers can be thankless. You may find yourself smiling and giving excellent service, and yet the tip jar remains empty and the "you suck" tallies keep stacking up. If you are in a situation where your efforts aren't being rewarded, it's time to consider your reasons for staying there. Maybe it's time to see whether Family Video is hiring. And it's just what it is. I mean, you know, me reading tarot and the what it is. I mean, like the phone calls that I get last night. It's just what it is. That's why I do it. I enjoy doing it. I do. I love doing this. It's just what it is. And you know, the things that I do in the dark are what keep life afloat. And they're trying to do. We're still trying to figure out. It's a whole lot easier to be of service, to figure out why natural disasters are happening to these people, and you know, because what they put out goes back on them. You know, why blood sacrifice rituals are resulting in Tropical Storm Dexter. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I can remember when they used voodoo on the vehicle, and we were talking about the homeless voodoo last night on Pisces. When they were doing the vehicle spells, you know, I mean, there was issues with my car, freaking paranormal, strange storm events. You had the Tesla accident, the cancer, that Cancer chariot energy was all in the cards about them attacking the Cancer chariot energy. There was the paranormal Tesla disaster in Las Vegas, right? And then, you know, the next thing we see on the news is like 30 fucking cars sunk in a mudslide. And it's just, thank you for that confirmation. That's what it is. Run your own time, whatever time you have. That's what it is. I'll probably need it for later. 1109, yeah. Master Karma with God Force 9, Divine Endings and Conclusions. 1109. Thank you for that, Spirit. The 7 of Strands. The 7 of Strands. Yeah. I hear spirits blowing their cover protecting Pisces, huh? Was that what it is? Yeah, fucking, it's just what it is. I mean, you got these groups doing, and that's the thing, is they're trying to make someone else hold the bag for what they did in groups. That's what it is. Why hang the fuck back? I'm not going to be involved. That's all I need them to do is go, he was with a group. He was with a gaggle. He was with a hive. He was with a herd of these ritual magic motherfuckers. No. I'm walking magic. I don't need a group. The 7 of Strands finds you standing firmly against opposition, facing down a Demagorgon with little more than a baseball bat. It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter, with little more than a dime. Keep fighting it off. Set boundaries. Advocate for yourself and have conviction in your beliefs. Is it that time, my friend? Is it that time?
Yeah.
All right, man. I will see you this evening.
I say yeah.
We're fighting Demagorgons tonight. It's just what it is. It's you got it. We're going to read that again. The Seven of Strands finds you standing firmly against opposition, facing down a Demagorgon with little more than a baseball bat. Keep fighting it off. Set boundaries. Advocate for yourself and have conviction in your beliefs. And it's just what it is. I mean, if you had to fight a Demagorgon off with little more than a baseball bat, chances are, you wouldn't mind energetically transmuting all of the fear that they have been using into your aura. That's what it is. I mean, I can put that shit into a tree, and then people think, "Oh my God, this is a scary tree." I guess, fuck, I don't know how do you transmute energy that comes back to you in a waterfall when you call it back? That's what it is. I just kind of let it fucking go everywhere. And they need to stop. I know that. Do 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 do. Pisces, you need to cleanse your energy, and I think, right? And you've got all these readers talking about all the fucking negative energy that they have projected. Great. So when I clear that shit, where does it go? Fucking the energy can't be destroyed, only transferred. It has to be transferred somewhere. Knight of Strands. Do, 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 do. That's what it is. Argyle. As Argyle says, try before you deny. This night encourages you to listen to your instincts, but also consider exploring something new. You don't have to know every detail before you say yes. Just go with the flow. Daisy, it's okay. She stares at the door. Oh, you left me. No. And it's just pushing up Daisy. Do, 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 do. Here there be monsters. Here there be monsters. Do, 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 do. And that's what it is. I mean, I'm a firm believer that, no one wanted to do anything about this when it was possible. They didn't want to deal with it. Great. So now when the shit hits the fan and fucking scatters shit here, there, and everywhere, I want to hear nothing about it. That's what it is. Oh, they did blood rituals, and now fucking Tropical Storm Dexter is fucking everything up. Cool. You would have to go and talk to Tropical Storm Dexter. I'm just not concerned with it. Here there be monsters in the upside down position to explore. Misfortune is never easy, but remember this. The cards of the minor arcana speak to situations that are temporary. You are resilient enough to get past this, but the upside down Six of Dice warns that you may be too consumed by what you've lost to see the potential of what you stand to gain. Consider asking yourself whether you're truly mourning or whether you're acting out of habit. The answer may surprise you. That's I guess you could say the funny part to all of this is, most of this witchcraft and baneful magic and the voodoo and all of this shit is, my nose is itching like a mug. Anyway, most of that shit that they are doing, it's based on feeding an addiction, their alcoholism, their greed, their materialism, their all kinds of shit. That's what it is. And I think that's kind of funny because it's just what it is. Maybe Family Video would be better for them. Wasn't Max from Lost Boys the Family Video guy? Didn't Max, the head vampire from the Lost Boys? Yeah. Thank you for that confirmation. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. It's just what it is. Go talk to the Frog Brothers, Max. It's just what it is. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, that energy of, they didn't want to deal with it, and now they don't know how to fix it, and it's too late. Cool. I mean, that's when doors of positive opportunity open, because while they're stuck in we can't fix this, we don't know what the fuck to do land. They're in Wonderland. Oh my God, I would just wonder what's going to happen to me next. While they're over there, and it's, we gotta release that negativity. That's their timeline. That's their chaos and clan. Yes, Daisy, we have to go play with Daisy. Namaste.